Good morning. It's November 6, 2021. Welcome to CBS Saturday Morning. Breaking news overnight in Houston. At least 8 people are killed when a crowd surges, crushing fans near the front of the stage. Many more are injured, nearly a dozen suffering heart attacks. We'll have the latest on what happened moments before.
Also breaking overnight, infrastructure bill passed. In a late-night vote, the House approves a $1 trillion package, ending a months-long standoff among Democrats. Details on what's in it and what's next for the president's agenda.
America's addiction. In the wake of the devastating opioid crisis, there is now a twin epidemic involving so-called designer drugs. We'll speak with the author who's been tracking the problems and catch up with the people who are helping to fix it.
And honoring the unknown. On the 100th anniversary of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, we'll show you the plan to breaking a century of tradition so the public can pay tribute to the fallen. But first, we begin this morning with a look at today's eye-opener, Your World in 90 Seconds.
We have reached a really important deal. We will move the bipartisan infrastructure bill forward.
The motion is adopted.
House lawmakers have passed an embattled $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill.
Our success on the infrastructure bill is a tribute to President Biden. He really made the difference.
Breaking news out of Houston, Texas, where at least 8 people have died at the Astroworld Music Festival.
Thousands of young climate protesters have taken the spotlight at that UN climate summit in Glasgow.
The emotional farewell to a great American patriot and statesman.
I've heard it asked, are we still making his kind? I believe the answer to that question is up to us.
I realize I'm in the crosshairs of the woke mob right now.
Aaron Rodgers gave us quite the insight into his COVID status. Rodgers says he never lied when he said he was immunized.
I feel really good, and if this were the flu, there's no reason I wouldn't play on Sunday.
What's up, guys? My name's Brody, and I'm here to tell you about my Dodge Challenger Hellcat.
He wants to sell a car.
And this thing's got back seats so I can take my girlfriend's bad kids to Chuck E. Cheese.
Sold.
Woo!
We did it! We are world champions!
Thousands of fans celebrated the Braves World Series win. Fans lined the streets to cheer on the champs.
There are no words!
It's been so much fun to be an Atlanta Braves fan this year! Woo! Thank God they canceled school because we would have been out anyways.
This weekend, we are rolling the clock back 1 hour, that 1 extra hour of sleep we love so much.
Other than that, it seems like daylight savings time is not helpful and has no upsides. But I'm no expert. When you ask experts, they say daylight savings time is not helpful and has no upsides. The only thing daylight savings time is good for is making spouses fight once a year about how to change the clock on the microwave. There's no clock button. I'm just going to press potato until spring ahead again.
This morning's eye-opener is presented by Progressive, making it easy to bundle insurance.
But for one night, we get an extra hour of sleep.
There it is.
I'm sorry.
And if you like to walk early or late, or, it's just so dark.
I know it's
dark.
It
is dark. It does get dark.
It's dark, but I get an extra hour of sleep tonight.
And you'd think some of those appliances would be smarter by now.
Yeah.
To adjust, right?
We have to work on that.
Anyway, we like the extra hour.
We do. Welcome to the weekend, everyone, with the extra hour of sleep. I'm Dana Jacobson, along with Jeff Glor and Michelle Miller. This morning, we're going to take you to Montana. This land was once filled with millions of buffalo until they were nearly hunted into extinction. We're going to show you how new herds of American bison are thriving once again and who is responsible.
Then we'll catch up with Simon Rich, one of America's best humorists. Once the youngest writer for Saturday Night Live, he has created TV shows, written movies, and is an author of a bunch of funny books, including his latest. Jamie Wax talks with him about his life and laughter.
So young and so accomplished. Also, we'll go for a run.
Look at that.
Dana will. There you go. The man who escaped death by the grace of his feet. Tom McGrath is about to complete a 100-mile run that will end with the 26.2 miles of the New York City Marathon. But that isn't even the toughest thing he's ever done. We will hear his incredible story this morning.
Then, after a good run, I think we all deserve a little pizza. How about the pizza some think is the best in America? And no, it is not here in New York City. We'll take you to Razza, and Chef Dan Richer will show us some of his secrets.
And we'll wrap things up in Iceland with the multi-platinum selling band of Monsters and Men. 10 years ago, their breakthrough record scored them 2 hits here in the States. We'll tour their old haunts where they were discovered, and they will perform in our Saturday session. That and so much more is all ahead.
But we begin here with breaking news.
Now here's a look at your weather for the weekend.
His best-selling book shined a light on the nation's opioid addiction crisis. Now author Sam Quinones is focusing on what's followed, an epidemic of deadly so-called designer drugs such as fentanyl and new meth. We'll hear how the twin plagues are connected and have been ravaging parts of America.
Also, as Veterans Day approaches, we'll visit a sacred site and see how it's opening up to the world in a whole new way.
And running for his life, marathoner Tom McGrath used his love of running to overcome his own troubles while helping others. Now he hopes to inspire us all with a run that's already been going for days, and it will not end until Sunday. You're watching CBS Saturday Morning.